It's time to talk about the 15 grocery products you absolutely need to stockpile before the end of October. Trust me, this isn't something you want to overlook. If you've been paying attention, you know we're in the midst of a whirlwind of changes. In just the last 24 hours, the landscape has shifted dramatically. We're seeing major corporations laying off thousands of employees, and the Federal Reserve is grappling with eye-watering losses of $130 billion. Inflation is creeping higher, squeezing every dollar tighter. It's not a question of if shortages will happen, it's a matter of when. The clock is ticking, and the window to prepare is rapidly closing. Think back to the early days of the pandemic. Remember how quickly store shelves went bare? The items you took for granted vanished overnight. It's a stark reminder that waiting until the last minute is not an option. Today, we find ourselves on the brink of similar disruptions. From canned beans to essential water filtration systems, the essentials you rely on may soon become scarce. Let me paint a picture of what's happening now. Apple's iPhone sales are slumping as people tighten their belts, struggling to afford not just luxuries but daily essentials. What happens when that financial strain spreads to your local grocery store? Imagine walking through aisles stripped of everyday necessities, wondering how things escalated so quickly. This isn't fear-mongering, it's a call to action. We're going to break down each of these 15 must-have items, why they're non-negotiable for your pantry, and how you can outsmart the rush before it's too late. You'll gain the insights needed to stay ahead as supply chains buckle under the pressure. This isn't a wait-and-see moment, folks. The time to act is now. Not tomorrow, not next week. So grab a notepad, settle in, and let's get to work. Together, we can ensure you're prepared for whatever the future holds. Let's dive right into this crucial list and take the first step towards safeguarding your pantry and peace of mind. 15. Beans and lentils. These little powerhouses are not just nutrition stars. They're your ticket to sustaining a healthy diet when times get tough. Packed with protein, loaded with fiber, and full of essential nutrients, beans and lentils are an unbeatable staple for your pantry. And the best part? They're still one of the most budget-friendly protein sources you can find, even as prices on everything else are going through the roof. Now imagine this: store shelves wiped clean and everyone scrambling for the last few bags of beans. When meat becomes a luxury few can afford, or simply disappears from stores altogether, beans and lentils will be your reliable go-tos. You'll be glad you didn't wait to stock up. But it's not just about having them on hand. It's about the incredible range of dishes you can whip up. Whether you're throwing together a comforting soup, a hearty stew, or sprouting them for a fresh burst of greens, beans, and lentils, transform any meal into a satisfying experience. Their versatility means you can experiment in the kitchen without breaking the bank. Here's the deal. Don't just settle for a couple of bags. Think bigger. If you've got the space, aim for 50, 100, or even 200 pounds. Why so much? Because prices are climbing fast. What used to be a $10 bag might soon skyrocket to $30, $40, or even $50. And when the clerk at your local store tells you they're all out, you'll wish you had stocked up when you had the chance. Picture this: your neighbors fighting over that last dusty bag on the shelf. Avoid the drama and the stress. Act now and make sure your pantry is well stocked. Beans and lentils are not just an investment in your nutrition, but also your peace of mind. So, get ahead of the curve, fill your shelves, and breathe a little easier knowing you're prepared for whatever the future holds. All right, let's move on to number 14 on our essential stockpile list: flour and baking essentials. Remember the great flour shortage of 2020? Well, brace yourselves because it's likely to happen again. And when it does, you'll want to be ahead of the game with a well-stocked pantry. Flour is more than just an ingredient. It's a cornerstone of comfort and creativity in the kitchen. Think of fresh bread, fluffy pancakes, warm biscuits, muffins, and homemade tortillas. These aren't just food items. They're the comforts of home that turn a meal into an experience. But during a shortage, they can become elusive luxury items. Let's not forget how people were once trading small bags of flour like precious commodities. Do you really want to be the person bartering a can of beans for a cup of flour? Absolutely not. Flour is a staple, and when shortages hit, it'll turn into a hot commodity faster than you can say bake sale. So go big. Grab those hefty 25-pound bags if you can find them. And while you're at it, don't overlook the essentials that make baking possible: yeast, baking powder, and of course sugar. Here's something to chew on. Those boxed baking mixes you casually toss into your cart now? They'll be gone in a flash once people realize fresh baked goods are off the market. Imagine the satisfaction of biting into a slice of homemade bread, or a stack of pancakes when others are stuck with dry crackers or stale cereal. Stockpiling now means you get to keep enjoying these homemade delights, while others might be rationing their last crumb of store-bought goods. So here's the plan. Load up on flour and all the baking basics now. Not only will you be prepared for the tough times, but you'll also keep indulging in the simple joys of homemade baking. The shelves might empty, but your pantry will be a treasure trove of possibilities. Get ahead of the rush and ensure your kitchen remains a place of warmth and creativity no matter what comes. As we continue with our essential stockpile list, let's talk about item number 13, canned fruits and vegetables. Imagine this scenario. You walk into your grocery store in November, only to find the produce section barren and lifeless. No crisp greens, no vibrant fruits, just empty shelves and a few sad remnants that cost a fortune. If you think this sounds far-fetched, it's time to think again. In times of scarcity, canned vegetables and fruits won't just be an emergency backup. They'll become your main source of produce. From sweet corn to juicy peaches, and from tangy tomatoes to succulent pineapples, these cans are going to be your lifeline when fresh produce is out of reach. They can sit on your shelves for years, maintaining their nutrients and flavor, ready to nourish your family when the time comes. Having a diverse array of canned goods is crucial for maintaining a balanced diet, especially if you have kids who need their vitamins or elderly family members who require balanced nutrition for their health. Sure, pasta and rice can fill you up, but they lack the variety and essential nutrients needed to keep you and your loved ones thriving. So here's the game plan. Aim to stockpile at least 100 cans of assorted fruits and veggies. Yes, it sounds like a lot, but consider the peace of mind you'll have knowing your pantry is prepared. Picture this. While others are scavenging through the supermarket for whatever's left, you'll be at home, enjoying the sweet taste of canned peaches or the wholesome goodness of green beans. This isn't just about survival, it's about maintaining a sense of normalcy and health, no matter what challenges arise. Taking action now means you'll have a colorful and nutritious array of options at your fingertips. Don't wait until the shelves are bare or the prices skyrocket. Start filling your cart with these essential canned goods today, and ensure that you and your family continue to eat well, come what may. Moving on to number 12 on our must-stockpile list, cooking oils. Let me break it down for you. Running low on cooking oil is like trying to drive a car with no gas. You simply don't get far. Whether it's olive oil, vegetable oil, coconut oil, or your personal favorite, having a generous supply is essential. These oils aren't just for sautéing a few veggies. They're the backbone of countless recipes, from frying eggs to baking bread. Imagine the frustration of trying to whip up a meal without any oil on hand. It's a struggle you don't want to face. Cooking oil is that unsung hero in the kitchen that often gets overlooked until the shelves are bare and everyone's panicking for even a drop. Prices are already climbing, and before you know it, that affordable jug of oil might cost you $20 or more. So here's the strategy. Stock up on a variety of oils. Each type has its unique strengths and shelf life. Olive oil is perfect for cooking and dressing salads, coconut oil withstands high heat for frying, and canola oil is ideal for baking. Having a selection means you can confidently tackle any recipe that comes your way. And here's an extra tip. Cooking oil isn't just essential for your meals. It's a fantastic barter item too. In times of scarcity, when others are desperate to cook, your stash of oil could become highly sought after, like liquid gold. So don't limit yourself to just a couple of bottles. Think bigger. Load up with gallons if you can, and line your pantry with the stuff like you're preparing for a marathon of culinary creations. Because once these oils vanish from the shelves, making meals is going to become a real challenge. Take action now, ensuring that your kitchen remains a hub of creativity and flavor, regardless of what the future holds. Start stockpiling today and keep your cooking game strong, no matter the circumstances. Coming in hot at number 11 on our essential stockpile list, instant foods. When life throws you a curveball, sometimes all you need is a quick, no-fuss meal that requires minimal effort. We're talking about instant mashed potatoes, rice, oatmeal, and more. These are your secret weapons when time is short and you need a meal on the table stat. This isn't just about the luxury of convenience, it's about survival. Picture this. The power's out, the world outside is chaotic, and you're exhausted. Do you really want to spend hours soaking beans or waiting nearly an hour for rice to cook? Absolutely not. This is where instant foods save the day. With just some boiling water, a packet of instant mashed potatoes transforms into a filling side dish in minutes. Instant rice can be ready in under 5 minutes, and oatmeal will keep you warm and satisfied faster than you can say breakfast. These foods are not just backup plans. They're the meals that get you through anything. You can store them in bulk without worrying about space, and they have an impressive shelf life. Imagine being prepared and enjoying a hot bowl of oatmeal, while others stare helplessly at raw ingredients they can't even prepare. Stockpile these instant options now before they disappear from the shelves. Trust me, a few boxes won't cut it. Fill an entire pantry shelf if you can. When the rest of the world is struggling to figure out how to cook their last bit of pasta over a makeshift stove, you'll be feasting on a warm, comforting meal with minimal effort. So take action today. Instant foods are your insurance policy against the unpredictability of life. With these on hand, you can ensure you and your family have quick, nourishing meals at the ready, no matter what the future holds. Number 10 on our list of must-have grocery items to stockpile before the end of October: salt, spices, and seasonings. Trust me, when you're in the midst of a food shortage, flavorless meals can turn into a one-way ticket to culinary misery. So let's spice things up a bit. Now you might be wondering, do I really need to stockpile something as simple as seasonings? The answer is a resounding yes. Imagine eating bland, uninspiring food day after day. No one's signing up for that. Salt alone can elevate a dull meal into something delicious. Without it, you risk serving up food that's so plain, even your pets might turn up their noses. But salt is just the beginning. It's not only a flavor enhancer, but also a critical preservative. Whether you're curing meats or pickling veggies, salt is a non-negotiable essential in your pantry. Now let's talk spices. Think about pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, chili flakes, and any other seasonings you frequently use. They not only bring your dishes to life, but can last for years when stored properly. And here's a bonus. These seasonings can become valuable barter items. When everyone else is stuck eating plain rice and beans, your stash of spices will be like culinary gold. Picture trading a jar of garlic powder for a favor or an extra ingredient you need. It's a win-win. So don't just grab an extra bottle or two. Consider buying in bulk. Keeping these seasonings sealed and stored properly ensures they'll be ready to transform your meals at any time. A sprinkle of garlic powder or a dash of paprika can turn a simple dish into something you and your family will actually enjoy eating. Now's the time to act. Head to the spice aisle on your next grocery run and stock up. You'll be grateful when your pantry is packed with flavor options, ready to rescue any meal from blandness, no matter what the future holds. We're diving into number 9 on our crucial stockpile list: peanut butter and other delicious nut butters. These jars of creamy goodness are more than just a tasty treat. They're your survival allies, packed with protein, healthy fats, and calories. They last forever, don't need refrigeration, and are perfect for those times when you need a quick energy boost or a meal supplement. Think of peanut butter as liquid gold in a jar. It's a powerhouse of nutrition, giving you the strength to tackle the toughest days with just a spoonful. Whether you need a quick snack or a bit of comfort food, peanut butter has got you covered. And don't forget about its cousins like almond butter, cashew butter, and sunflower seed butter. They all pack a nutritional punch and add variety to your pantry. Got kids? They're going to be thrilled to have something familiar and delicious when options get limited. Nut butters are comforting, wholesome, and satisfying. You'll want to have these on hand, trust me. Now, picture the panic of running out and not finding a single jar because suddenly everyone realizes their value. It's a nightmare you can avoid by stockpiling now. Here's the game plan. Buy as many jars as you can. Peanut butter can stay fresh for up to 2 years unopened, making it an excellent long-term food option packed with essential fats and proteins. Don't just grab a jar or two, think bigger. Get the big tubs, explore different brands, and aim for enough to keep your family going for months. In challenging times, a jar of peanut butter might just be your saving grace. It's not just about survival. It's about enjoying the comfort and energy these nut butters provide. So on your next grocery run, make sure to fill your cart with these nutritional powerhouses. You'll thank yourself later when you have a reliable source of energy and comfort ready to go. Number 8 on our crucial list of grocery items to stockpile before the end of October: canned proteins. Picture this: prices skyrocketing, shelves picked clean, and protein becoming a luxury item. Sounds intense, right? Well, now's the time to act before it turns into reality. Let's talk about canned proteins like tuna, chicken, beef, and even Spam. These items are your best friend when it comes to ensuring you have a steady supply of protein, especially when fresh options become scarce and costly. Protein is essential for energy, strength, and overall health. Without it, you're at risk of feeling weak and tired. Definitely not what you want in challenging times. Right now, we're already witnessing beef prices climbing at an alarming rate. So what's next? It's not far-fetched to imagine those costs doubling or even tripling soon. This isn't just speculation, it's a wake-up call to stock up while you still can. Don't fall into the trap of thinking those deals will be around later. They won't. The early bird catches the worm, or in this case, the canned proteins. So what's the strategy here? Don't just grab a couple of cans. Go for cases and consider it an investment in your future health and well-being. Picture your shelves lined with these nutrient-packed, long-lasting goods, ready to support you when the going gets tough. It's all about preparation and ensuring you have a reliable source of energy and nutrition right at your fingertips. Take this seriously, folks. Imagine having the peace of mind knowing that even if the market goes haywire, you've got a solid stockpile to rely on. Remember, when it comes to stockpiling, the more the merrier. So next time you're at the store, fill your cart with a variety of canned proteins. It's not just about surviving, it's about thriving no matter the circumstances. We're at number 7 and it's a big one, rice. Whether it's white, brown, jasmine, or basmati, rice is an absolute cornerstone of any emergency stash. Why, you ask? Well, let's dive in. Rice is the unsung hero of your pantry. It's incredibly easy to cook, fills you up, and pairs with almost anything you can think of. There's a reason it's a global staple, folks. Now imagine walking into a grocery store only to find shelves empty, aisles barren, and the price of a 5-pound bag of rice skyrocketing to $50. It's a chilling prospect, but it's exactly where we're headed if we don't act now. Right now, rice is cheap and readily available, but that won't last forever. It's versatile, non-perishable, and the base for countless meals. Whether you're whipping up a hearty stir-fry, crafting a comforting soup, or just need something to keep your stomach full when everything else is gone, rice is your go-to. Here's the game plan. Don't stop at a small bag or two. Go big. I'm talking 100-pound sacks if you can manage it. When shortages hit, this stuff is going to disappear overnight. Imagine trying to feed your family with nothing but overpriced snack foods and whatever's left in your pantry. It's not going to cut it. Plus, rice has an astounding shelf life of up to 30 years if stored properly. This is one item you can't afford to skimp on. Stock up enough to last not just for you and your family, but maybe even your neighbors if it comes to that. Because when rice is gone, it's truly gone. So, the next time you're at the grocery store, make sure you prioritize rice on your list. Fill your cart, make room in your cupboards, and secure this essential staple. It's not just about surviving, it's about ensuring you have a reliable source of sustenance to thrive, no matter what the future holds. Number 6, shelf-stable milk. Now, let's talk about why this often overlooked commodity is about to become your best friend in times of scarcity. Milk might not be the first thing you think about when prepping for emergencies, but trust me, it's going to be a rare find soon. With prices steadily climbing and dairy shortages popping up across the country, the thought of walking into a store next month only to find empty dairy aisles is becoming all too real. So what's the game plan here? Stock up on shelf-stable options like canned, powdered, and UHT milk. These options are lifesavers when fresh milk is nowhere to be found. They're essential for cooking, baking, and keeping that sense of normalcy in your daily routine. Parents, imagine the relief of having milk ready for your kids' breakfast. Coffee lovers, picture the joy of still being able to make your morning latte. Canned milk is perfect for adding richness to your cooking and baking. Powdered milk can easily be transformed back into liquid form, giving you flexibility when fresh milk is no longer an option. And then there's UHT milk, which can sit comfortably on your pantry shelf for months without needing refrigeration. When others are lamenting over empty fridges, you'll be sipping your coffee like nothing's changed. Don't wait until you're staring at a bowl of cereal with nothing but water to pour over it. Stock up enough shelf-stable milk to last you a year, yes, an entire year if possible. We're talking cases of it, folks. This isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving and maintaining some semblance of normal life. And here's a pro tip, don't skimp on variety. Each type of shelf-stable milk has its own strengths and uses, so aim for a diverse stash. This is one decision you won't regret when everyone else is scrambling. Secure your dairy needs now before the rush begins. Be proactive, get prepared, and ensure you have a reliable source of milk no matter what tomorrow brings. Number 5 on the list of must-have grocery items to stockpile before the end of October: pasta and noodles. Now, I know what you're thinking. Pasta, really? But let me tell you why this pantry staple is about to become your culinary hero in times of need. Pasta is incredibly cheap, filling, and stores like a dream. It's the ultimate comfort food that can transform a simple meal into a satisfying feast. But here's the kicker. Don't just grab a few boxes. Think bigger. I'm talking about a pasta bonanza, folks. Imagine snagging 20 or even 30 pounds of this versatile staple. Why? Because when times get tough, you'll be thankful for every single strand of spaghetti and every twist of fusilli. Picture this. Store shelves stripped bare, people scrambling for the last box of macaroni, while you're at home with a treasure trove of pasta in every shape and size. Spaghetti, fettuccine, penne, you name it. Pasta's power lies in its ability to stretch any meal. It's a lifesaver because it's not only filling but also incredibly easy to prepare. Toss it with some canned tomatoes and voila, dinner is served. Mix it with canned chicken, and you've got a hearty meal that will keep you going. And the best part? Pasta can last practically forever if kept dry. This isn't just about convenience. It's about having a plan when everything else runs out. If you think a few boxes will cut it, think again. Stockpile like you're gearing up for a feast, because when the panic sets in, everyone will be clamoring for this affordable, versatile staple. Trust me, a pound of pasta today could be worth its weight in gold tomorrow. So don't wait to see how right this prediction is. Head to the store, fill your cart, and ensure you have a reliable source of filling meals. Remember, it's not just about surviving. It's about thriving with confidence and comfort, no matter what comes your way. Number 4, honey and syrups. These golden treasures are more than just sweet treats. They're the superstars of your pantry that you'll want to grab in bulk. First off, let's talk about honey, the Swiss Army knife of food products. Honey isn't just a sweetener, it's a marvel of nature that never spoils. That's right. Honey has an indefinite shelf life. This means you can count on it not just today, but for years to come. Whether you're battling a pesky cough or need a natural energy boost, honey's got your back. It sweetens, it heals, and it even preserves. Imagine a future where sugar becomes a luxury and prices soar. What will you add to your morning tea or drizzle over that last pancake? Honey will be your go-to, but let's not forget about other syrups, like maple and agave. These also have impressive staying power and offer that much-needed sweetness when times are tough. Picture a world where these syrups become rare commodities. You'll be sitting pretty with your stockpile while others are reminiscing about their sweet past. And here's a little secret. Honey and syrups can be invaluable barter items. When the going gets tough, people will trade almost anything for that delicious taste of sweetness. It's not just about satisfying your own cravings. It's about having a valuable resource that others will desire. So don't just stop at a jar or two. Build your collection. Get jars upon jars of honey, stock up on maple syrup, and grab as much agave syrup as you can fit in your cupboard. If you're feeling fancy, go for that nutrient-packed Manuka honey. It's the Rolls-Royce of honeys, and will make your stockpile truly stand out. 3. Canned soups and stews. These are the unsung heroes of your pantry, ready to deliver a hearty meal with zero hassle. And trust me, you'll want to stock up. Think about the magic of a single can packed with all the essentials, meat, veggies, and delicious broth, all in one convenient container. No need to fuss with multiple ingredients or even add water. Just pop it open, heat, and voila! You've got a satisfying meal ready to warm you up from the inside out. In times when fresh produce is scarce and stress levels are high, these cans will be like liquid gold. Picture this. It's a frigid winter night, the power's out, and all you have is a cold bowl of cereal, or a piping hot, savory beef stew that fills your belly and soul. That's exactly what you're prepping for. Aim for chunky soups loaded with meats and vegetables, the kinds that are meals in themselves, not the watery stuff that leaves you wanting more. Don't just stop at a few cans. This is your chance to build a fortress of flavor and nutrition. Aim high, 50, 100, or even more cans. The sky's the limit when it comes to ensuring you have enough to last through tough times. And let's face it, when you're hungry, tired, and unable to whip up something from scratch, these soups and stews are an absolute godsend. Stock up now, because when the panic sets in, everyone else will be rushing to grab these shelf-stable lifesavers. Don't wait until you're left with empty shelves and empty bellies. Take action today to secure your future with a reliable source of nourishing meals. Whether it's a quick lunch or a comforting dinner, canned soups and stews will be your best allies in any crisis. 2. Dehydrated and freeze-dried foods. These foods are the ultimate game changers in emergency preparedness, offering unmatched longevity and convenience. Imagine having a shelf packed with lightweight bags of meals and snacks that could genuinely be the difference between eating and going hungry. That's what dehydrated and freeze-dried foods bring to the table. Packed with nutrients and ready to rehydrate into a delicious meal with just a bit of water, these products boast a remarkable shelf life of 25 to 30 years. There's nothing else that offers this level of long-term security without the need for refrigeration or worrying about spoilage. Sure, they might seem a little pricey at first glance, but think of them as an investment in your future peace of mind. When fresh food is out of reach and canned goods have vanished from the shelves, freeze-dried meals could be the lifeline that ensures you and your family continue to enjoy nutritious meals, complete with meats, vegetables, and even desserts. And let's not forget about freeze-dried fruits. Stock up on strawberries, apples, bananas, and more to keep your vitamin levels up when fresh produce becomes a distant memory. These fruits not only provide essential nutrients, but also add a bit of sweetness to your meals when times are tough. Now's the time to think big. Don't just grab a couple of bags, aim for buckets if you can. When everyone else is left with stale crackers and dwindling supplies, you'll be relishing meals that taste as fresh as the day they were made. You'll be the one who planned ahead, ensuring your family eats well no matter what challenges arise. 1. Water and water filtration systems. This might sound like a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised how often it's overlooked. So let's dive in and understand why water should be your top priority. Water is life, literally. You can survive weeks without food, but only a few days without water. As simple as it sounds, ensuring you have access to clean water is crucial. Stock up on bottled water, but let's be real. How many gallons can you realistically store? That's where water filtration systems come into play. Imagine a world where every drop needs to be treated or filtered just to avoid illness. You don't want to be that character in a dystopian film, desperately searching for a safe water source. Invest in a high-quality filtration system that can transform water from streams, lakes, or even rain into safe drinking water. Consider products like Berkey filters, Life Straws, or Sawyer filters. Each of these can process hundreds of gallons and are compact enough for storage. And remember, don't just get one, have backups for your backups. Water purification tablets are a must-have too. When taps run dry and store shelves are stripped bare, you'll be the one with a reliable water supply. Why is this so vital? Because no amount of food will keep you going if you lack water. Your body will shut down in just a few days without it. Water is the foundation of your survival strategy. Stock cases of bottled water, fill every spare jug you have, and ensure your filtration setup is ready to go. When chaos hits and people are fighting over the last case of water, you'll remain calm and prepared, knowing you've secured your water situation. Remember, you can always scrounge up food, but without water, you've got nothing. So take action today. Your future self will thank you for the foresight and preparation. Stay hydrated, stay prepared, and ensure you thrive even when times are tough.